So let's do our first example, which illustrates how to use the rules of dimensional consistency. And in this example, we're given the van der Waals equation. This equation is an equation of state for gases that we're going to talk about later in the course, but this is what the equation looks like. P plus A divided by V squared times V minus B equals RT, where R here is the universal gas constant. That's something you're going to use a lot in the class. And I think there's a list of values for this in different units in Felder's book, but you can also just Google gas constant and you can find on Wikipedia a big table of values for the gas constant in different units. The question is, if the units of P equal pascals, if the units of V equal meters cubed divided by mole, and the units of T are Kelvin, what are the units of A, B, and R in this equation? And I just want to mention that when I use equal with square brackets in all the videos, that means the units of. So P equals in square brackets Pascal, it just means that the units of P are in pascals. So now we're going to apply the rules that we just talked about to figure out the units of these different variables. So when we're looking for A, we're looking at this first expression, right? And if we want to add the second term, A divided by V squared, to P, they have to have the same units according to the first rule. So the units of P are going to equal the units of A divided by V squared, right? And we know that P has units of pascals, and we know that V squared is going to be meters to the 6 divided by moles squared. And so by multiplying this over to the other side, we get that the units of A are going to be Pascal times meters 6 divided by mole squared. Now to calculate the units of B, we look at this term. Again, we have to apply the first law of dimensional consistency. So B has to have units that are equal to V, where these units of meters cubed divided by mole describe a molar volume. In that case, the units of B are just going to be cubic meters divided by mole, same as V, which were given in the question. And then finally, to calculate the units of R, this whole right-hand side of the equation has to have units that are equal to the left-hand side of the equation, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. So we're going to calculate the units of the left-hand side of the equation, and from that we're going to calculate the units of R. So if we look at the left-hand side, we know that everything in this term has to have the units of P, which is pressure, in pascals, and the units in this term have to have the units of V, which are cubic meter divided by mole. So the left-hand side has units of Pascal times cubic meter divided by moles. Therefore, the right-hand side has to have a similar units. So from here, R times T is going to have units of Pascal times meter cubed divided by mole. We know that T has units of Kelvin, therefore the units of R are Pascal times cubic meter divided by mole times Kelvin. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and turn on notifications for the next videos. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And I'll see you all in the next video.